All right, guys, I'm going to walk you through some of the edits on how to use your transform tool and object select tool in order to create a surrealist image for your project. So first of all, guys, here are my two images. I have a flower and I have a duck. And I want to put the duck on the flower in multiple different ways. Okay. So I'm going to come over to my duck, and technically I could copy this whole layer and bring it over to my other thing. However, what will end up happening with that is then I have to mask out all of this, and it's just a big pain. I just want the duck. So I'm going to come down to my fourth tool down, which is my object select tool right here. Okay. And I am going to drag a box around my duck. Okay. Now I've actually already done this because it does take a moment to render. So I'm going to click on my duck because this is the one I want. Okay. And I'm going to go Control C. So that copies this. So Control C is copy. Now, when I come over to here, I'm going to paste it onto my layers. Now, I've actually closed my layer, so I'm going to go Window, Workspace, Reset Essentials, so I can see my layers again on my screen. So my layers are right here. This is my background layer of my flower. I'm going to unlock it just so if I need to do edits, I can. I'm going to click off of this layer and I'm going to go Control V. Control V pastes our duck into our piece because I copied it from this one and I'm putting it here. Now, that is a big duck, so that duck needs to be smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transform it. Okay. So transform is under the edit tab and then right here for transform. However, if you take a look right above it, it says Control T. Control T is transform. I actually prefer to use the hotkey as opposed to coming here each time I need something. So I'm going to use a Control T. So on Control T, the first thing that's there is a scale. So I can scale this up, down, make it huge, make it small, whatever. Okay. I want to slightly rotate my duck, okay? But I also want him to be facing the other way. Now, one of the ways that I could do this is I could come to image rotation, and I can flip my canvas. But if I flip my canvas, I will actually be flipping everything, not just the duck. So if I want to flip my duck, I make sure I'm on my duck layer, and I go Control T, right click, and I'm going to flip him horizontally. Now he's facing the direction I want. So I can rotate him. I can scale him in the size that I want. Okay, all of those different things to make my duck the way that I want him. Once you've gotten your whatever in the orientation that you want, think about the idea of copying the same object multiple times. So you can take your duck layer and do Control C, which is copy, Control V, which is paste. So I can paste multiple ducks onto my image, drag them in different locations, and scale them appropriately using my Control T. So I can put this duck back here on this branch. I can put this duck here. Make him smaller, put him on top. Okay, and I can go and I can change and transform each of them individually. Now, if you want to do individual adjustments to make the color or whatever different on your ducks, you can add an adjustment layer. So let's say that I wanted to make one of my ducks like super vibrant. So I'm going to add a vibrance layer. Maybe, there we go. And I'm going to make it super bright and super saturated. Okay. Now notice when I was doing this, this affected all of my layers underneath. That's because my vibrance layer is on top. So I'm going to bring that vibrance layer down because I just want it to adjust to this duck here. So these two have gone back to being normal. But it's also impacting this final picture underneath. So I just want it to stay on this duck. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to say create clipping mask. So it clips this bright duck to this vibrance mask. You can do that with any of your adjustments and clip it to any of the different layers, adjusting them individually. If you need to release your clipping mask, simply click on it and release clipping mask. Create clipping mask, release clipping mask. Hopefully that helps you with your surrealism piece. If you need help, please email me or see me in class.